I noticed that most of the girls there were Nigerians. I mean, almost all of them, 95%. And when I tried to test them by speaking in Yoruba to one or two of them, they didn't understand Yoruba. They were Igbos.
Charlie, see, I've always been saying that Nigerians who know they are good people should come out and speak. And I'm telling you, Charlie, this video that I'm about to play to you, this woman, she's a journalist actually, and she has broken down the situation between Ghana and Nigeria. Ghanaians wanting Nigerians to leave Ghana. Like, she understands everything perfectly. I don't want to talk plenty, Charlie. Let's go watch, listen to her, come back and talk.
Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. It's Thursday, the 7th of August, 2025. Let's talk about Ghana again. Since I'm still on this Ghana thing, I want to talk about the trip that Bianca Ojukwu made to Ghana last week to meet with the Foreign Minister Samuel Ablakwa, and President Mahama. A lot of things are happening in Ghana, and I've seen it with my own eyes. For the past 3 years, back and forth, I have been seeing different areas of Ghana with problems that had to do with issues with Nigerians and others. Now, I'm not going to get into that Igbo king stuff, okay? In America, Igbos have communities all over the place. There's one state that even has Igbo Day, which the state actually recognizes. That's North Carolina. So when you're forming communities in other countries, you need to also remember that that country is hosting you. You can't start taking over things in their country. You have to abide by their laws. So the king, I don't see anything the king has done wrong in living there, but there was just all these rumors about him and things. So they started these protests about Igbos must go, Nigerians must go. They were singling out that tribe. You don't know what's going on in Ghana, so you listen to me. Now, first of all, there are more Igbos in Ghana than Yorubas or Hausas, okay? After Igbos, it's Hausas. All the Aboki boys are selling like dirty suya on the streets, not the kind we eat at home. Some of them are like knocking these boxes, running around neighborhoods, trying to fix your shoes, your nails or something. And others are just simply riding the fan eyes and brofoot bikes. However, the Igbos are mostly working in Accra in Circle. That's the computer village of Accra. Under the bridge there, it's just like computer village in Lagos. There's a bridge, everything, electronics and all. Ghana has lights 24/7 and Nigeria gives them the gas. And with that being said, people can actually work efficiently with light. So many of the Nigerians in Circle are Igbos. Also, you have to remember Abia, Ebonyi, Anambra, all those states in the southeast. There's word goes out like life is better in Ghana, they go. Now, with that being said, life is better in Ghana, let's go became a trend in the southeast that someone now decided to start trafficking girls into Ghana with or without their consent. Some girls were literally drugged and they woke up in Ghana. Others, okay, were just being told they're going to do house girl nanny. They got in Ghana, they were turned into sex workers. Others were told they were going for sex work and they complied, they were complicit, they wanted to make money, there's no job in Nigeria. So you have three kinds of prostitutes in Ghana. Every night in Accra, I haven't been to the whole of Ghana. I told you I grew up at 9 years old with my dad. He came here for a temporary thing, Takoradi and Tema. But Accra is very big and very metropolitan. And what I noticed in Accra was at night, there's some areas that prostitutes are just lining up the streets. You guys know the deal. You do it in Abuja. You do it in Allen Avenue. Girls everywhere on the streets. This is what Accra is looking like now. You go to an area called Kasua, Medina, Lagos Avenue is even close to, an upscale area inside East Lagos. Okay, now, if you want to see the really high-class prostitute, go to Cantonment, where the U.S. Embassy is. Around that corner there, you'll see nice restaurants. All these expensive restaurants, you look inside, who's in there? It's a foreigner, somebody white. Lebanese, Chinese, and all. They're carrying dollars and they're paying with dollars. There are girls out there too. So I went on the cover and I took my cameras, everything, and I noticed that most of the girls there were Nigerians. I mean, almost all of them, 95%. And when I tried to test them by speaking in Yoruba to one or two of them, they didn't understand Yoruba. They were Igbos. So at the end of the day, I speak Igbo, and I spoke to them and they understood what I was saying. One girl told me she's in Ghana for school. I said, so what are you doing out here? Are you not prostituting here? I said, no, I'm just talking to my friends. They come up with all these different excuses. But someone started this trend of bringing young Igbo girls from the Southeast into Ghana. Now, we also rescued two of them, okay? Uber driver contacted me. Like, when you get off of Uber, whenever I'm in Ghana, Bolt is the one I use. Those Bolt drivers, they have your number because they carried you. Some of them save your number, believe it or not. Me, there's some Bolt drivers that, like I would tell them I'm a journalist, blah, blah, and we'll chat throughout the trip. So one driver that actually called me said, Madam Kemi, that's the name of my Bolt app in every country. I never put my last name. Madam Kemi, please, I need your help. I'm like, oh, you're the boat driver from, what trip was that? And I'm like, okay, what happened? Like, this driver told me that there was a Nigerian girl that he carried to a hookup, and she had to sleep with 10 men on that day, and the girl was very sick, and she wanted to go back to Nigeria. She didn't like the job she did. It was really bad. The driver felt so compassionate and wanted me to contact Abike Dabiri or one of those people in Nigeria, which I did. At one point, Abike came here, Honorable Dabiri came here, and she actually made some moves. She came for the boy ones too. The boys, watch this, Southeast State, Imo, Anambra, Abia. It's happening a lot in Abia State. Your boys go to school in the morning, they don't come back home. Mother calls the school, where's my son? Nobody knows. He left school in his uniform, gone, disappeared, kidnapped. Many boys unaccounted for, as young as 10, 11, 12. They found him inside a house in Ghana, locked up in the house with no food. And they put them in front of computer. Some people are addicted to computers, addicted to phones. They put them in front of computers and in front of Facebook pages to be doing love scam, crypto scams, all kinds of scams. We see those accounts. Facebook shut down millions of accounts recently. We see those accounts. And at the end of the day, what we saw was when they broke that particular ring, Abike was in Ghana. And I read it, and the Ghana police force is a good force, the best one in Africa. And let me tell you something. The way that some of our Nigerians are overwhelming the Ghana police force, it's like they're now creating all these new forms of crime that the police now has to know. So they now, rescue those kids. They were so malnourished and everything. Now imagine, they can't kidnap people by road and all that through, through Southeast, through Ghana, through Togo and all that anymore. What they're now doing is they're making it easier because the customs are tightened in the Togolese-Ghana border. And you can pay these people on the Nigeria-Togolese border. We have some bad immigration officers on our side. So things are getting tight now. What we now found out is children are missing in schools in Ghana. Remember those children that they took? Young boys that they said they had a football scholarship. They'll go to school and they'll have football deals. About 18 of them taken to Nigeria, put in a warehouse. Can you believe it? They seized their passport and they started asking their families for money, more money. They were kidnapped. Recently, they were rescued. They returned them to Ghana. The woman hairdresser that was going to work in Ghana that was kidnapped, they took her to Nigeria, stripped her naked, beating her with a cutlass. There was blood everywhere. Some people were saying it's fake blood. No, it's not meant to be fake blood. It's meant to be what I saw as a journalist. They tortured that woman, let me tell you. They really tortured her. She was rescued. Ghana police made a lot of effort, and they bring in those Nigerians to Ghana to prosecute them because she was kidnapped from Ghana. The 𝙁𝙗𝙗 man, that one happened in 2023. A young Ghanaian was told he could be rich, have a Lamborghini, all that, if he does money rituals. A Nigerian told him that he has to get somebody. So he took his trusted 𝙁𝙗𝙗 guy. Imagine a Ghanaian boy that took his trusted 𝙁𝙗𝙗 man. Some people have 𝙁𝙗𝙗 men that come and pick them at home. And they kidnapped this guy. They beheaded him. And next thing, Ghana police arrested the young man. The Nigerian that coerced him into it, not found, fled, possibly in Nigeria. So I don't want Ghanaians to get into this crime stuff. And I need them to be really very alert, because some of our Nigerians are really bad in Ghana. That's what's happening. And so now the protest started. Go back, go home. It's not xenophobia. Both governments have to discuss further, and watch my video before those discussions start.
Charlie, these are some of the things that I always talk about. The good Nigerians, the journalists, not the bias, like the ones that are biased. The genuine ones should come out who are very, very in tune with what is going on, what is actually going on grounds between Ghana and Nigeria. Ghanaians wanting Nigerians to go. The reason behind it, not just the people that all the time when they come, they are like, oh, we are making your economy this, we are making your economy. See, she understands, like listening to her, it was so refreshing. She understands the situation better than any other person. And I like what she said, that Ghanaians should be careful not to be infected with this attitude and character of some Nigerians or some Nigerian criminals that come into this country. Because she gave an example that one Ghanaian also through a Nigerian did something, and now that Ghanaian is suffering the consequences, but that Nigerian who made him do that is nowhere to be found. So Charlie, we should be careful out there. We should be very, very careful out there not to involve ourselves in certain activities by some of these criminal Nigerians. That's what I will say. Thank you so much for watching.